Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good people. How y'all doing out there today? Welcome back to Mistress of the Gates Tarot. I'm your goddess, Alicia. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Come on in, join the chat, join the live, everybody. Hello. I am running behind today. Thank you all for your patience. Thank you all for waiting. Let me get situated here. Let me get situated in here. We're going to allow my people to find the live to come on in. Hello, beloveds. Come on in, beloveds. Come on in. It's Ancestral Veneration Day as we are offering gratitude to our passed over loved ones, those that have crossed over, that watch over us, protect us, guide us, provide us all the resources that we need. Those who have come, lived, shed their blood across this great planet so that we can live more freely, more happily as we remember and honor those for Memorial Day. Those that get a 3-day weekend, congratulations. I know you look forward to any day off, not 9 to 5, yes? So come on into the live. Come on into the live. Come on in, join the chat. Don't be shy. Come on into the live. Let us know where you're watching from. Hello, Chameleon. Namaste, beloved. Yes, y'all come on in. Come on in. Yes, good morning, beloved. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, y'all. Oh my God, I don't know where to begin. I overslept, but because y'all know I was somewhere else, okay? And yeah, my daughter had to come on in and hello. So I am here. I'm here. Thank you for those who had patience. Thank you for those who had patience. Hello, come on in. Hello, mistress. Yeah, mistress. Hello. I'm a little behind because last night, I went somewhere else. My daughter had to come in and be like, Ma. Whew. So, I'm here now. I didn't even have my coffee, have my tea, water in the court. Yes, y'all. Woo! I got too much sleep. Okay, so let me get situated. You know what time it is, beloveds. Today is about ancestral offering to our passed over loved ones. We're giving gratitude And thank you to our ancestral bloodlines, acknowledging them, reminding them that we have not forgotten who they are, the love, the memories, the family, the unity that they left behind, that we carry on in future generations, the culture, spirituality, the strength, the courage. So today, before we get started, because we're already off schedule, we're going to go ahead and get that off and running, get the ancestors the room, give them the space to come in, and I'll take a moment of silence as I step aside, as I make space for our divine ancestors of the highest white light to come in and join us in this magical, special, ceremonial offering in their honor and their name, as we remember those who have gone and passed on, who fly high, who rest in peace, our angels, our spirit guides, our divine beings of light and love and prosperity, those we know and those we do not know, those who have chosen to be overseers in our lives, to protect our children, protect our abundance, our inheritance, as we go to and from in this world of chaos and unknown. At every turn, though we may face danger and unforeseen negative energy, we are blessed and grateful that they are our protection, our eyes and our ears, and that we honor them and uplift them this day. We elevate their energy. We elevate them to the highest white light, removing any generational curses over our bloodline. We are the ones we are called and we are answering. But we are the ancestors linked to this world, to this dimension. We thank them, we honor them, we remember them with love, a celebration of life. For we know that death is a part of life, and in that only can new life be born. Today, we remember our fallen, never to be forgotten, always near and dear to our hearts, always near and dear to our hearts. We have a lot of energy brewing in this pot. Let's put in, as you know, all our herbs, all our ashes that have been used to call in positive energy is not removed, as we continue to add, to anoint those that have proven to be positive, to be prosperous, to be abundant. As I call your names for those who have honored their bloodline, for those who have honored their bloodline. If you have sowed a seed in honor of your ancestors, your name will be called throughout this ceremonial offering. But I will call the names in advance. If at any point, well, not if at any point, this is the last call. If you would like to add an offering for your bloodline, to elevate your ancestors, to celebrate their lives, honor them with love and remembrance in your heart, This is your final chance for a donation of $2 or more. $2 or more. Cash App, PayPal. You can super chat through the channel. But this is the final moment to add your ancestors to today's honeypot ceremony. We have Sarah, Skeet Skeet. We have Mistress, Goddess Snow. Mistress, Goddess Snow, and all her babies. All her babies. As well as the offering she has made in honor of my babies that are included in today's ceremonial offering. You can include yourself, your children, your parents, your siblings, your family. We have Wahid Muhammad, Stacy Klein, Miss Mo, Wisdom Seeker. Again, Mistress Goddess Snow. I will also include myself, as Mistress Snow has been so loving, generous, and kind to include offerings in honor of my children. So I will include myself as well. May Spirit not forget me not. For the seeds I sow, for the deeds I do. May my bloodline be proud, uplifted. So, hello, what, Mr. Muhammad, there you are. Is that Aram Avili, Gregory, Mistress in the house, Chameleon, Saj. What's up, Saj? It's actually absolutely never too late for you, Saj. Matter of fact, since I know you will make your donation, I'm putting you in, Saj. We're using absolutely never too late for you, Saj. We're putting in Saj. There you go. There you go. I'll put families together. So me, Mistress, and our children on one accord. And anyone else that would like to be included. A donation of $2 or more. Cash App, PayPal, Super Chat, Super Thanks. Okay. And then we will go ahead and get into sending off our offerings. Oh my God, I'm getting hot already. I'm getting hot already, which means they have entered the environment, the atmosphere. I can feel the heat rising. Welcome in, beloveds. You're welcome, Saj, always. Always, my love. Okay, beloveds. Making sure I don't miss anyone who would like to add. Thank you, Mistress. Thank you, beloved. Thanks, sis. Thank you for adding a donation on my behalf to the pot. And Mistress is number one on today's list for personal reading. At any time the gate is open, you can go ahead and make your offering to get on today's list for reading. We're opening up first with Mistress Snow is number 1. For $9, you get a 2-card pull. For $18.18, you get a full mini live reading. Okay? So, Mistress, I have added an extra donation with your booking. So for any time you would like to get on the list, Mistress will open up the live reading. She is number 1. There are 4 spots open. 4 spots open to get on today's live reading list. Okay. Thank you, Saj. Saj, you know I gotta check that PayPal. PayPal, I don't know, y'all. PayPal be trying to trip me up. So I have to, with all the notifications I have, PayPal always, thank you, Saj. Thank you, beloved. Thank you for your donation. You know what, Saj? I always get Saj mixed up. Well, not anymore. But I was getting Saj mixed up with Sarah Skeezy. I had Sarah in the UK and Saj in it. But Saj is in the UK and Sarah's in the United States. So I corrected that. Y'all know the UK is calling my heart. Hello. Y'all know the UK is calling me. So, Saj, you got a friend in me. If I come that way, Saj, I'll plan on looking you up. Okay. Let's get our ceremonial music ready for the offerings. Okay, y'all. Today we are using in honor of the ancestors and Saturn energy. The candle has been dressed with symbols that honor the ancestral realms. We are using the fire energy of protection. We're using the fire energy of protection. For today is about Saturn, determination, willpower, strength, and courage. So, as I call your name, as I speak your name into the universe, yeah, give me 1 second, because I need an open window for this ceremony, and the window is not open. Okay, y'all. When you're making ancestral offerings, it's very important always to be near an open window with a breeze. Yes? Or else you just trap the energy within your... So, now that we have an open window, Ashe, namaste. Getting it together today, y'all. Woo! All right. We will begin our ceremonial. Hello. We will begin our ceremonial offerings to our ancestors. As I call your name, this offering is burned in honor of your bloodline. It shall be received with all the energy and positivity invested in me through my royal and rich bloodline that is carried into the realms of the divine and returned to you in your home tenfold. Ashe. First, we begin with Stacy Klein. Stacy Klein, for the seeds you sow. May Spirit bless you and your home tenfold. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. Hey, probably getting a little heavy, y'all. For Miss Mo, Wisdom Seeker, my sister, Keyshawn Hopkins, for the seeds you sowed. May Spirit bless you and your home tenfold. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. For King Wahid Muhammad, for the seeds that you sowed. May Spirit bless you and your home tenfold. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. Woo! That's fast money burn. All right, beloved. For Sarah, Skeet, for the seed you sowed. May Spirit bless you and your home tenfold. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. For Saj, for Dominic Lewis, for Saj, for the seed you sowed. May Spirit bless you and your home tenfold. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe, beloved. Woo! I feel some fast money coming in, y'all. These offerings are burning at a high rate of speed today. All right, beloveds. For my sister from another mister. For Mistress, Casina, Goddess, Snow, for the seeds you have sowed, for your generosity, for your loving energy, for the sisterhood that we are building, for the families we are uniting. It's with my heartfelt gratitude for the deeds you do, for the seeds you sow. May Spirit bless you and your home tenfold. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. I'm going to burn them in unison. For Mistress, Goddess, Snow. For Mistress, Goddess, Snow. Woo! Telling y'all, it's some fast money coming in. For RD, for Aliyah, Woo! For Tiana. For Tiana. For Mistress, Goddess Snow. For Goddess, for Mistress, Goddess Alicia. May the work of my hands, the seeds that I sow, the positive uplifting energy of my heart, may it unfold into my reality. That spirit do not pass me by. Ashe, ashe, and ashe. For Elijah, for my Yamina, ooh, for my Alasia, thanking Spirit for receiving these offerings, for hearing our prayers and taking our requests, those spoken and unspoken, that they know it's with a heartfelt gratitude that we honor them this day and always, that we uplift and elevate them to the next level in the realms above, that they may reach below, connect with us in a holistic way, and provide the desires of our hearts and the needs of our human existence. We take this day in remembrance of all those who have gone on, who stand and rise above us night and day to protect us, to provide for us, and to redirect us, that we stay on a positive path to destiny. Let us all say, Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. It's still smoking, so we're not going to cover it yet. But we will move it. It be hot, y'all. The pot is hot. As they continue to receive their offerings, though my house is full of sick. It's sick. Hello. I think we're walking on stage in here. Thank you all for this amazing collaboration of ancestral veneration. Thank you, everybody. That was blessed and received well, because I can't keep smiling. They're definitely in the house. Hello, Deanna. What's drawn me to the UK? Living out the best years of my life. The UK has always been a place that's been calling me to the prairie lands, to the farmlands, to the outskirts. I feel there's reason why I need to be there, whether it's to visit and make sure or it's just something about it. I know that I have royal bloodline that's been spilled across that nation, but there's definitely a reason why it's calling me. And I must find out what that reason is. Now, it could be that my soulmate is located there, which could be why it's been tearing at me for so many years. I have not gone, they're not here. That could be. But I need to figure out what it is. Why that place is always coming to thought when I think about making that move to another country out of the United States. Hello? Because when I come in, Aisha, hello, Winnie, Julia, what's up, sis? What's up, Queen? Cindy, hello, beloved, namaste. Is that, what's up, Pebble? Hello, Pebble. All right, y'all. Yeah, you need cheering up. Oh, when I come through, it's going to be some new energy. Trust me. Maybe that's why they're making sure I'm ready. Okay, y'all. You know what time it is. If you'd like to get on today's personal reading list, go ahead and make a donation. But today's message is about past life regression. The truth can never be undone. Either it is or it isn't, and therefore it is a lie. But the truth is one absolution that can never be hidden, be masked. It will eventually always come to light. Always. Karma will always have the final say. Always. We are walking into season of the Gemini. Many of you know, for me, the Gemini is about twin flame journey, but in spirituality, not in loving connections. And spirituality, the gem in I is about the gem in I. Your third eye is a gem, a portal, a crystallite, crystalline connection, a vessel, an entrance to divine realms, to spiritual realms. That is where we pull to our highest spiritual gifts and abilities to see. That is where your clairvoyance is unmasked, is mastered. Those of us who have been through a radical transformation that came with very painful endings, chaotic destruction, a change of plans, a redirection, you know this is your message. If you have embarked your life in a new direction, which means you have lost a lot. Connections, family, friends, employment, homes. You've been forced to move, to relocate, to change directions, to cut that cord, to rescind that magic from those that want to hold on for dear life. For you are a divine presence, a divine energy. You are healing. You are all seeing, all knowing, whether you have ascended to that height that you know who you are. This is confirmation. If you're in the room, if you're interested, if this video called you, this message called you, it is a call to action, a call to arise, to awaken, a call to stand. to take your rightful place. It's a call from your bloodline, your divine beings, ancient. This is not those that have recently passed away. This is not those who have passed away within 1 to 5, even 10 years. These are ancient civilization connected to your bloodline, different countries, different timelines, different realms. These are your ascended masters. And to become an ascended master means you have already lived your lifetime multiple times. You've already returned to pay your karmic debts. This is the last lifetime. Hallelujah. Where you are paying off karmic debts. They will be freed, erased, forgiven. You're now walking into a clean canvas. You can rewrite, repaint the story of your lifetime. This is you walking into the best half of your life. Fulfilling the call, stepping into your destiny, starting that business, walking away from slave mentality, poverty mentality, getting out of the human 3D matrix and walking into your self-deliverance. This is about a deliverance call to stand in your power. For you have been cloaked, shielded, and hidden in plain sight since you were a child. You can be that child of trauma. That trauma could have been placed upon you, especially if it's a mother energy. If it's a mother energy that was not healthy, not to say that it was not love, but it was not healthy. You didn't get everything you have desired. You were trying to be that parent other than how you were raised. This is definitely your reading. If you had an absentee father, this is definitely your reading. If you were missing that powerful protector and builder in your home, that structure, this is your reading. If you were the lone wolf, bullied, abandoned, ghosted, even in relationships, intimate relationships by spouses, the father or mother of your children, friends, always second guessing your choices, changing your plans, looking for redirect, constantly moving and looking for a place that felt like home. This is your message. We'll find out what energy existed in your past lives. Now remember, each time I do this past life reading, you may get the same messages if you book your personal. This is collective. You will have to understand which ones are for you. If it don't apply, let it fly. Use your discernment, your gem and eye. You won't know if it's gravitating toward, somehow will spark a memory you don't even remember being part of. That is how you know. It will speak, or it will seem as if it's yours. Don't second guess it. Don't overthink it. Take it. Now, of course, if you book your personal, it's more for you. Hello. But this is about the energy of ancient bloodline, answering the call, what possibly could have happened to you in one of your lifetimes to delay you, set you back. In this lifetime, this could be a karmic debt. This could be a past life lover coming through, who is either still in the above realms watching over you, or is here waiting for you to finally connect. But whatever it is, Open your minds. Open your minds to believing in the impossible. For that is what miracles are. And we believe in miracles. We believe in miracles every day. Hitting the lottery, meaning that, finally meaning that one, a childbirth, that proposal, that job, that career opportunity. We believe in miracles every day, but somehow people do not attach miracles to magic. Miracles are magic. They're divine magic. They're things that happen other than from a human hand. Seemingly impossible that all of a sudden shows up. That is the magic of spirituality, of an essence that we can't physically touch, but we embody in our souls, each and every one of us. And when you call to it, when you magnetize with it, when you manifest it by your own energy, that is how magic, that is how the miracle is born. So if you believe in miracles, you believe in magic, you believe in mystery, you believe in the unknown, the unseen. Therefore, you believe in the ancestors. Whether or not you venerate, have an altar in your home, speak to them, communicate with them, remember them. They always know who we are. For each and every one of us had an ancestor and a spirit guide in the room the day you were born. Those that are stillborn, those that are stillborn with no soul, no life, and can take no breath, absent of an energy that came forth to help them, to accept them, to protect their entrance into the world. Those of us live births, healthy, that survived, especially those that were born, that had to survive, that came out without breath, came out too soon, that had and made it through. Angels of protection. You must know that you had ancestors and guides in that room. A force that could not be reckoned with, higher than the hands of the doctor that pulled you forth, or even the mother that pushed you through. For it takes more than human energy to give life to the living and to bring death to that which cannot pass through, does not belong. It's not their time, came too early or too late. We mourn for babies that are not born because we do not know the reason they're not allowed to enter this realm. So let's see what Spirit has to say. These are my past life regression oracle cards. These are not readings I'll take lightly or that I do often. Only when I am inspired. Ships. We got a ship. You know, ships carry energy. The first thing I'm getting is slavery. Slavery may have been a very important part of one of your past lives. You could have been living or carried on a ship. Maybe somewhere you didn't know you were being taken. Somewhere you were forced to go. If you were someone that constantly feels like you gravitate to water, to the ocean, to movement, especially if you've been diagnosed ADHD. Hello, if you've been diagnosed ADHD, you never sit down, you never stop moving. That constant flow of energy that constantly pushes you to move, to move, to move, to move. but you spent a lifetime on a ship. Now, you could have been the captain of this ship. This could have been a ship owned by your family. You could have been a voyager. If you're someone that always wants to travel, constantly travel, cruising, you love to be on a cruise ship. There's a reason for that energy, that the water calls you, that the ocean calls you. This is white shit. White, to me, always represents the dove, which is the angel of passing. You could have died upon this ship, especially if it was a slave ship. You could have passed away on this ship and never made it to dry land, which might be a reason why you're constantly trying to stay in the water and return to that place. That would be your place of rest. You may feel that near the water, on the water, in the water is relaxing, soothing, peaceful, calm energy. What did I say? What did I say? Do you see communal living? Do you see a house in disarray, turmoil, as if a tower hit? This is like a natural disaster. If you're someone that lives in a community that is one of decay, is breaking down, you always feel you need to move. You want to be somewhere else, somewhere more exciting, somewhere more positive. If there's a lot of death where you live, or you know a history of a lot of people passing away in that community. If you're living in an apartment, a building setting as opposed to a house. If you're someone that can only live in a house, or you cannot live in a multi-apartment setting, condos, co-ops, if you don't like to be surrounded by energy always above you, beside you, around you, if you need your space, this is not just something that you don't like. This is not just something you don't desire. This is actually something that you are definitely afraid of. Constantly feeling trapped, bound, tied, with too much energy going on around you. Why? If you have a fear of living in poverty for the rest of your life, that no matter what you do, you believe that you will never receive your inheritance, never live in luxury, always be caught up in housing, government assistance. If this has been the energy of your bloodline in this lifetime, grandma, mama, if housing and low income living has been a part of your existence since you were a child, and you're afraid that you be trapped in that forever if you don't find a way to break out of the hood. You know what I mean? Maybe because in a past lifetime you were a slave upon a slave ship. And we know a slave ship, they are thrown together. They are living in quarters, inches apart, stacked upon each other. There is disease. You can hear each other crying out in the night. There is destruction. It feels like hell. Constantly wondering where God is, why you're being allowed to live in this state, in this status. If you're someone that cannot see you living that close to others, always protecting your energy, needing space to reach out, fearing you will forever live in poverty, because this has been in your bloodline for lineages to come. A generational curse you were trying to break. Once lived upon a slave ship. Fear of living entrapment. Fear of living in bondage. Fear of not having enough. Know that this is something embedded in your Akashic records that you can't seem to break away from. You may feel guilt and shame about not feeling grateful for what you do have, as the world tells you you should, but somehow you know that you should have more, you deserve more, and that shame makes you feel guilty about not being happy and content because you cannot. Because it's in your blood, it's in your soul to want better. For you lived in a time where you were forced to live in poverty, to be stacked amongst individuals. Destruction, chaos, death, and disease all around. If you have OCD, that is your message. If you are living currently in a government-assisted low-income housing, a building, this is definitely your message. If you believe that your ships will never come in, that you'll be stuck there forever like those before you, this is your message. The reason why you feel it so strongly, because in this, you have a karmic debt to pay in this lifetime to break free from that existence. What does that mean? That means you don't suffer and struggle working 9 to 5. Because the 9 to 5 will never get you where you're looking to be. That is not how you gain your spiritual inheritance. That is not how you get the generational wealth to break that curse of poverty. You build it. You build it. You plan for it. You run it. You lead it. This is entrepreneurship. This is you taking a leap of faith. Breaking away from the mindset that you have to work a 9 to 5 to pay bills, go to school, get in debt, live forever off the system to be okay. You are meant to break that generational curse of poverty. Of poverty. Your bloodline is one of royalty, and you need to figure out how to get back to pulling at that from that royal treasure chest. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. Orphan. Okay. For those of you in this lifetime have felt abandoned, rejected, left out in the cold. If you came from a lineage, a family that believed that once you were 18, you had to get out the house, get out on your own, find a way to make it, become an adult. If they forced you to join the military or go to college in the dorm to get on your own because they no longer wanted to take care of you or carry the weight, and you felt like an orphan, never knowing where you belonged, not knowing where you come from. If you're in a family line that never talked about your ancestors, never talked about great-grandmama, I ain't talking about grandma, I'm talking about great-grandmama and them's. If your family has been distant and you know they're out there somewhere, this is for you. Always felt like you had to remove yourself from your family. You don't belong there. You don't feel welcomed, accepted. You feel different. This is for you. If you were a child where there was no father in the home, and I mentioned that early on, I saw that in advance. If Papa was a Rolling Stone, wherever he left his hat was his home. And when he died, whether you know it or not, all he's going to leave you is alone, no inheritance. If he did not fund your living, did not help out your mother, single mom, took care of it, overwhelmed, overburdened, and it made her angry, frustrated, non-affectionate, and you had to bear the weight of that energy for the love that left her. They didn't protect her, didn't provide for her. They made her as a queen, carry it on her back alone. And this brought her into a negative South Node energy. And she may even still be there or passed away there. They talking to you. Always looking for, if you are feminine, a female, and you're always looking for your Boaz, your kingdom spouse. And time after time after time after time again, you get stuck in a karmic lesson. They're talking to you. The generational curse that you have to break to bring balance, to bring all that you need to unlock the key to your chest, is you breaking away from the matrix, from generational norms of how you should live and what you should do. Bringing something new and fresh into your bloodline. You being the first to start that business. That family, hey Mo, what's up sis? What's up queen? Hello? Loki. Hello Loki. Is that Dusan? I am. Hello, beloved. Namaste, I am. Where you been, beloved? Pinky. Pinky Lee. Welcome back, beloved. Where you been? Guys, glad to see y'all coming back in. Deanna. Hello, Deanna. I'm blessed and highly favored. Blessed and highly favored. Absolutely. If you had a father, you knew them, didn't live in your home though, but you knew them. You had visitation maybe, saw them every once in a while. You know, that energy in and out. The orphan energy is you. On a slave ship, orphaned and robbed and stolen from your family. Taken away to a place you never knew. To live in a situation less than what you deserve, in poverty. To be that slave that slept in the barn, in the basement. Excuse me, y'all. Getting a little, this message is a little too personal. Whether or not you had a father figure, but that father figure wasn't the father energy you needed. They were just appeasing themselves by showing up, but never really showing up for you in the way you needed. And now you are a single mother, holding it down on your own again, with your children's father is that same karmic energy, in that same in and out, non-committal, unsupportive, especially financially, emotionally. You know, God is talking to you. If you're a masculine and you did not have your father, you know, this mom who was angry, tried to love you, tried to be there, but you always lived in less than, because it was all she could muster. Constantly living on government assistance. Constantly living from check to check. Adulting before you were ready. That latchkey baby. Woo, Spirit. Hold my tears, Spirit. Hold me. Hold me. If you know that you are from Native American indigenous bloodlines, but you don't know which Native American bloodline, tribe, community you're from because of the absentee energy of a parent, a lineage, those to tell you where you're from, what you're about, who especially on your father's side, if you know so little about your father's side. I do know what Native American tribe I'm connected to on my mama's side. On my father's side, I do not know. Yes, he was present in my home. My parents still live together, married, raised us together. But there were a lot of conversations that did not happen, that did not take place. Why? Because our parents, our parents and their parents, they were brought to this Americas, which is not our native land. So far from it that great grandmama and them are gone. The library is gone. So there's very little place to get that information. So you want to honor your ancestors, and you wish so much that you knew more about who they are and what they lived through and how they passed away. You have that altar and you feel like so much is missing because parts of you are missing that were not given to you. No photographs, no books, no trinkets. And you thirst to be the one to rebuild the village for your children and your children's children. Yes, you can. You can be the first one to rebuild that village, to rebuild that community, to give your children what you didn't have. Talk to them, leave letters, write journals. Start now. Go back as far as you can remember. Put names in there, places, cities, states, names. If your last name, you don't need to know the people, you know last names. Write them in there. Write dates. Write experiences. Leave this information for your children and teach them to continue it, to add to it. And that is something, a journal that can be carried throughout your lineage. We can restart. We can rebuild what wasn't given to us. Hello, Native American indigenous bloodline. If you are an alchemist in this lifetime, which means You're a kitchen witch. You're a kitchen witch. You cook. You love to cook. You love to feed. You love to see people eat. You're always offering people food when they come in, making sure the kids are fed. You make dishes, ingredients. You work with herbs. You're increasing your knowledge. Holistic medicine, herbalist, if that is calling you, especially if you have recipes that were carried down from grandmama and them. You are from a Native American village that was full of shamans, some, shamans, medicine women, medicine men. They were holistic healers because there were no doctors. There were no urgent care centers. There were no quick fix. You couldn't go get a pill or injection. We healed from nature, from the garden, from what they grew, what they cultivated, organic, teas, tinctures, ointments. If you're interested in being a holistic wellness practitioner, my kitchen witches, whether you're a male cook or a female cook, part of your lineage, part of your ancient history. You could have been a cook upon that ship. You could have been practicing natural ways of healing each other on the ship, things that you took away when you were taken from your land, carried into this, wherever country you live in. What did I say? And the reason why you were so called to do that, because in a past life, you knew what it felt like to starve. So hunger. And you do not want to see anyone else know that feeling. You cannot fathom your children going hungry. You cannot, if you were the kind of parent where you have gone to bed hungry with little to eat because you've given them to your children because the other parent, one given, wasn't assuring that the children were fed, too busy out there doing, and you almost fight to make sure that there's at least food in the house. Lights may go off, cell phone may go off, Wi-Fi may go off, but people are fed. People are fed. It's part of that karmic debt in this lifetime. And the karmic debt is, you learn that spirit now will provide every one of your resources, and you get out of that poverty mindset. You get out of that fear mindset that there will never be enough, that your children will not be taken care of unless you do it. I know personally, as a single mother, carrying the weight of the world of my children on my back, mama's baby, daddy's maybe, it is what it is. Hello, God holds this house down, has always done so. But I had to walk away from the mindset that if I don't feed them, they won't be fed. Because God takes care of all babies. And if I passed away tomorrow, I would have to know that my kids would never go without, and leave them that positive energy over their head to assure that they would never go without. It's an energy that you place over your children. It's a covering. It's pleading the blood over their lives. That if you ever taken away, that they will survive. A lot of times as single parents, we go to bed, we fear and anxiety. That's the karmic debt, to know that although no one was there for you, That although no one, you always have to get out the mud. You have to break away from that karmic debt and know that if I speak it, so it is. And if I speak life into my seeds, wealth into my seeds, great health, abundance into that, as I speak it, so it is. And so it shall be all the days of their lives. And then walk away and give it to God. An assurance, no fear, no anxiety, releasing a karmic debt. We have to know that if God allowed these children to be born, if the angels and the ancestors of their birth assuring their livelihood into this world, they are forever covered and protected by those same saints. But living in this world of chaos and destruction and lack and warfare, it's easy to get caught up in the mindset that we are the end all be all for them. Why? Because we take ownership of our children when we do not own them. We are a vessel blessed to bring them into this life, to give this world and this universe some positive energy. But once they are here, they are divinely guided as we are, all the days of their life. We are there as a backbone, as somewhere for them to fall, somewhere for them to always reside and find comfort. But as far as their destiny, their calling, at some point we must release and let that go. Because we still have something to fulfill. And if we pour all our energy into that which is not our responsibility, our karmic debts and our destiny is not fulfilled. And then we must come again. For those of you who have not born children, specifically my feminine energies with the womb, if you have not born children, and I understood why to this point, it's because the Most High will not give us more than we can bear. If they are to give you that responsibility, knowing that you already are addicted to worldly things, material things, needing to hoard, needing to collect, needing to be of value, to be seen, seeking attention, seeking notoriety, then they cannot allow you to be overseer of that kind of energy. For you will pour yourself into that so strongly and get lost. And you have a calling, a destiny that cannot afford that distraction. You've known hunger. You've known starvation. You've known abandonment. You've known rejection. Many lifetimes over. But it's until you figure out how to break that energy, you'll continue to come back. Until you figure out how to break that energy, you will continue to come back until that karmic debt is paid, until the awakening and the deliverance takes place. You are a unicorn. You are meant to be different. You cannot fit in. You will never fit in. You've been hidden since you were a child. The ancestors, the spirit guides, have graced your presence since you were born. There at the day of your birth and every moment after. They're the angels stepping in. Hello, starseed. That was starseed energy. You are more than who you believe you are. You are a unicorn. You're an anomaly. You are a mystery. You're a mystery. You're magic. A vow, not in matrimony, but in a vow to connect with your higher conscience, your God, your goddess, your mother, your father, to embrace your spirituality, to rise above, to elevate, to transform into this magical being of divination, that you can manifest miracles, you can perform miracles. You're a holistic healer. You're a holistic healer. You are meant to come back to be a shaman, to be a wise counsel, to be a spiritual leader, to rebuild the village, to leave a legacy of hope, of rich royalty, to leave a legacy of wealth. Because you've taken a vow. You've taken a vow before you returned to answer the call. To answer the call, to wake up, to remember. To remember. Now you could have also, I'm hearing monk, monastery, church, Vatican, synagogue, temple. I have a very divine unicorn starseed that I'm speaking to that once graced a divine temple as a healer. As a healer. I'm seeing someone baptizing babies in the holy waters. I'm seeing someone nurse sick infants with holistic medicines. I'm seeing a birth doula to bring babies into the world. Safely. A guide. A guide. A guiding light for pure spirits to enter this realm. For someone. For someone in a lifetime, you were orphaned by your family, possibly if they were stolen as slaves and you were left as an infant. There were nuns, monks, there were women of the church that took you in as you were an orphan. They took you in and they raised you. And you became this high-ranking spiritual holy mother. They surrounded you and loved you and gave you a family. If you're someone where your family is always in the church, it's a place you're used to being and going to, and you gravitate to that energy. Final card before we move on. We're going to get into the personal readings, and then we'll go to the tarot. Final card, mama. What did I say? Hello? Hello? Did I not say that you were raised to become this high-ranking spiritual being? There you are. There you are. So, in this lifetime, your calling is to elevate back to the status that you once lived in, to be the high priest or high priestess of the village, of the community, of the family, a spiritual leader, a spiritual leader. Now, this could be of a temple, of a church, of a school, of a synagogue, the Vatican. You took a vow to work for the Most High, not to be doing 9 to 5, not to be a slave, which may be all you know. But your karmic debt is to break free and sit on your throne in your rightful place. A high-ranking priest or priestess is where you belong. To live out this life in a 9 to 5 in a slave mentality is to know that you will come again until the deliverance takes place. Confirmation, Ashe. Whoo! I don't know what y'all, but this reading got me breathless almost. Thank you, Spirit. If you had dreams, if you've had dreams of you in a temple, if you have dreams of you in a monastery, in a church, if you have dreams of you draped in white as a god or goddess of purity, if you had dreams of you cloaked in black in the wilderness, in the swamps, amongst the dead, gliding through this, whoo, Lord. Okay. You know who you are. There may be fear. Of course, it's fear. What slave wasn't in fear? All right, beloveds. Stacy. Hey, Stacy. Buddha. Saida. Hello, Saida. Welcome back, beloved. Hospitality. Hospitality. Hello, Southern Hospitality. Uncle Frank. Empress Cameron. Uncle Frank. Hello, beloveds. Anuja. Hello. Oh my God, I'm so glad to see some of you back. I say hello to my Miss. I know I said hey to Mo. I know I said what's up, sis. Okay. Now we will go into number 1 is Mistress Snow. Number 2 is Wahid Muhammad on today's list. You both get an Ancestral Lucky Buck for next Saturday's ritual. Hello. Okay. Let me just, I'm holding back tears, y'all. Because this reading is so personal in so many ways. Saj is number, let me see, it's Saj, let me see what time, let me make sure I got the list right. Let me make sure I got the order right. Okay, Mistress is number 1, Mistress Snow. Number 2 is Saj. Number 3 is King Wahid Muhammad. Okay, Mistress, Saj, and then Wahid. Okay. I catch my breath, y'all. That's why I don't do these often. These past life rush, y'all don't understand the amount of energy that it takes for the ancestors to bring out this kind of message. Okay. We're going to begin. I think I'm going to need some rhythmic tones for this one, y'all. I'm going to need some rhythmic tones for this one, y'all. So give me a minute. We're going to put our drum beat back on. Because the energy in here is very dense. Very dense. There are a lot of ancestral energy in this room at this time because the energy is very dense. It's a lot of pressure. Okay? So, let's begin. We're going to timestamp at 126:18. 126:18. This will be Oracle and Tarot. My God, mistress, you got 99, which breaks down to an 18, which breaks down to a 9, which is a breakthrough. You got a breakthrough on the way. There is a breakthrough on the way, mistress. 9 breaks down to a 333, which is a trifecta of mind, body, and soul. This could be a spiritual deliverance that puts you on a new path, a new direction. This could be ancestors aligning you to your destiny. I don't know. Did I cut? I don't know if I did, but I didn't. I felt like I didn't. All right, mistress. Past life regression. Past life regression. Ooh, mistress. City of Atlantis. Okay, mistress. The lost city of Atlantis. It says a lot. You definitely have mermaid energies that are in your ancestry, water spirits, specifically the what is that? What is that whale? The orca. The orca whale is a mother, is a mammal. She is a matriarch of the ocean. Lost City of Atlantis. Okay. When the slave ships were tossing either the dead or the living bodies into the ocean, you could have passed away on one of these ships or one of these vessels. Okay, I'm hearing that you made the ultimate sacrifice, which means you chose to dive, to leap, to allow the ocean to be your final resting place because you refuse to live out your life as a slave, to be taken only to be tortured into a land where you didn't belong. Your ancestry, your bloodline goes back so far, my love. The lost city of Atlantis is an entire nation of enslaved, indigenous, if you are always called to the ocean, your feminine mother energies are calling you to come to the ocean, to connect with them. They want you to remember pay very close attention. Make it a tradition in your family to give offerings to the ocean, to elevate them, to heal them with herbs, to call up their spirits. And what is it they would like to say to you? What is it they would like you to know in this lifetime that would help you? Or what would they like to offer you in honor of offering to them, in honor of remembering them? I know this would be heavy today. Maybe that's why they let me sleep extra, to have the energy. What would your ancestors, your water spirits, like to say to you, beloved? Would they like you to know, to remember? All right, sweetie. You might also want to know that Papa Legba has showed up for you. Papa Legba has showed up for you. So you have direct ties to Voodoo. Not voodoo, Voodoo. There is a difference. Voodoo is American falsity. It tries to fear, and those who want to connect, celebrate, and utilize their ancestry. It is not voodoo. We do not call it voodoo. Voodoo is not the original term. It's Voodoo. Vodun. And that is not black magic. Papa Legba has showed up for you, beloved. What do they want you to know? We got 10 of Wands in reverse. 10 of Wands in reverse. They want you to know, put the weight down. Put the burdens down. Take the weight off your shoulders. You are not meant to carry it. You don't have to carry it, and you will no longer carry it. Papa Legba is showing up. He is the father of the crossroads. Your roads are being opened, cleared. You are given a safe passage. Burdens are being lifted. Burdens are being swept away. Ten of Wands. There's no need to overwork, overwhelm. You're definitely not meant to work a 9 to 5. Definitely not meant to work a 9 to 5. I just heard your divine feminine saying you ain't supposed to be working at all, Empress. You're not supposed to be working at all, Empress. You have sowed seeds on this land and you have done your portion. And they're going to send you your divine emperor, your Boaz. You are not supposed to be working a 9 to 5. 9 of Swords. They want you to get out of regrets. To get out of regret. You may have a lot of things, a lot of choices that you regret making, that you may believe have set you back and now caused you to be overwhelmed. But they're saying there's nothing to regret because you are the Queen of Cups. Hello. Now you're being put in a place of healing, a place of self-love, self-care. They are applauding you for your courage, your determination to be an overseer, to be the matriarch of your family, to carry on a status that you should not be carrying, that you were never meant to carry. No regrets, beloved. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, exactly for this time in your life, for they are rebuilding, restructuring, and determined to put you on the right path to your divine wealth and freedom. Because with the Eight of Pentacles, what they want you to know is there have already been seeds that have been planted. The work you do, the work you have done energetically from your generosity, your kindness, your love, your caring, your nurturing, your forgiving. Hello? They said do not let the chaos and the evildoers of this planet destroy your loving ability. For your heart is bigger than life itself, and it may cost you at times more than you want to give. But never forget that you are love in motion. And they will now bring in energies that will positively surround you and support that energy that you belong in. They're sending the resources, the funds, all that you need to maintain your kingdom until your king arrives. They holding you down. Because with Papa Legba showing up, offering you the world on a string, you are being opened up to a new world of opportunity, of fertility, of growth. This is you living in your Garden of Eden while you are alive, receiving your roses while you are alive. This is what they want to tell you, that your inheritance that was sank to the bottom of the sea shall now be erected, shall now float above, to be collected, to be brought into that ship to sail. Your ships are sailing, soon to dock with your inheritance aboard. You will collect the favor of the Most High, for you are love. You are the ultimate love. And they never want you to stop being that, regardless of what this cruel world has shown you. Karmic lessons. But your karmic debt has been paid, my love. It has been paid. You're walking into a new beginning. You're walking into a new beginning. No longer will you pour from an empty cup. No longer will you pour from an empty cup. They will fill it. They will fill it. Drop your burdens. Drop your worries. Drop your fear. The universe is here. Take care of your every need. Ashe, ashe, and ashe. Beautiful energy, goddess. Beautiful energy. Okay, Saj. All right, Saj. You up next. What's going on? Who got so much they want? Hey, get away from there. Patty. It's a new deck, y'all, so it's a little sniff. Courtesy of Julia Nasia. This is my ancestry deck. The Day of the Dead. For this is their day, a day of ancestral offering. So we're commencing on with Saj. Saj, you're up next. That's timestamp you saw at 141:38. 141:38. Saj, you got Mistress Goddess, you got number 999, angel number 999. Saj, you got angel number 1111. Angel number 1111. And you got the energy number of number 8. 8 is about the magician energy. 8 is about the law of karma. 8 is what goes around, comes around. 8 resembles judgment. So let's see. Saj, you got 2 angel numbers. You got 1111 and 611. Past life energy for Saj. Saj, you got angel number 1111, which is the twin flame soulmate energy. Here's your past life regression. Unrequited love. If that's not synchronicity, I don't know what is. Saj, if you've had issues with finding love in this lifetime, good love, keeping a good love, a good partner, a good mate, if you're constantly disappointed, ghosted, rejected, or if you constantly find someone that your family or friends do not like, hello. And this doesn't have to just be a partner. It can be a friend. But unrequited love seems like in a past life, you in a connection with a lover that was not accepted, not blessed, that did not receive permission by your family, by your village. This person could have been of another ethnicity or another religion, whatever the reason was why it was denied. Denied. You carry this energy in your Akashic, in your soul. So if you have issues with finding love, because something in you may fear that it will never be permanent, it will never work out. It's like the self-foreseeing prophecy that when we get in, we're always questioning what their agenda is. Will this last? We're already putting questions on it. Therefore, it cannot unmask successfully, because in your Akashic records, you already know that you have been in love that's been forbidden time after time. And why not this lifetime? This person was a twin flame. Love of your life, your everything. And the love was shunned. You had to hide in secrecy to see one another, to enjoy one another, limited time. And that's a debt that's a karmic debt that needs to be paid, which means in this lifetime, you need to go in not caring what they say, what they think, who you picked. You need to not pick based on what you think people will think about it, feel about it, say about it. You need to not pick love based on what you think is accepted. Guess what I'm getting? This could be same-sex energy. Leaving yourself out of having everything you want, everything you desire, based on what society will think, or what the family will think, or what the church and religion will think, or what God will think. Get out of the mindset, because the Most High is hermaphrodite, transgender. We're born in the image of the Most High, and how are men and women, if that is not what was seen from the beginning of creation? Abby. Oh, my daughter's coming in. You're telling me, shut. Hello, darling. Okay. Unrequited love. In your past energy, your lover could have been killed, taken away, or you both could have been, because of a refusal to stay apart. So you definitely lost this love, this great love. And thus, anything in this lifetime cannot fill that void, because it's that deep. So you may have to wait for your past life soulmate to return, because no one else will suffice. Your karmic debt may be to stop choosing, stop chasing, and just wait for them to send it in. To be patient. To not fall prey to loneliness. But what do your ancestors have to say for Saj? What can you look forward to? What are they doing to help you out in this situation? Bringing in or removing? I'm hearing you have no choice in love. They are choosing. They are going to choose it. They are giving you very little choice in love. The karma maybe you believe in you can choose. When you cannot choose, because your heart cannot sense the love that you need. Saj. Thank you, Sayed. I'll put you on the list. Saj, you got the 4 wands. Saj, your angel number was 1111. This is 1111. Confirmation. Twin flame energy. Ace of Wands. A passionate new beginning. With the Chariot card on the way. Here I come. Here I come, baby. Here I come, boo. Wait for me. Be patient. Because I am determined to come in. I am determined at all costs necessary to fight to find you, to return to you, to unite with you. Just you rest, lay down your sword. Do not fight, do not control. Surrender to the divine timing and divine intervention, because your twin, that unrequited love, that reincarnated soulmate is on the way. Is on the way. So stop worrying about old Dusty Buster and them. Have fun. Enjoy life. Mingle and get amongst. But know that your divine mate is coming back. And it's on the way. The Chariot is the fastest moving energy in the deck. Knight of Swords, determination. But they're saying don't be impulsive. This Knight of Swords can be impulse energy. If you need to take the reins, needing to control when there's nothing you can do, they have decided. They have decided exactly when this love will touch down and enter your atmosphere. If you have always wondered why you have not received, not succeeded, none of them were the one. Your unrequited love has not forgotten you, cannot wait to reconnect with you, looking for you, and it's on the way. A passionate new beginning with your true reincarnated soulmate. You gotta stop barking at that door. Get away. My daughter's home now, so he's gonna show off. There's too much energy in here. Y'all gotta forgive me. There's too much. It's too much, y'all. Like it's too much. Whew. All right. Ashe, Saj, Ashe. Mr. Wahid Muhammad. Something about your name, King. I love it. I feel that energy. Okay, Wahid. You up next, King. Hello. Let's get this shuffled. Saida, I got you, sweetheart. Saida, number 4. I got you, love. I got you. All right, Wahid. This is for you, King. Okay, and timestamp 154:08, 154:08. Muhammad, you also got the energy of number 9, a breakthrough, a trifecta, mind, body, and soul, a completion of an ascension. For Wahid, past life for Wahid. There's a father card. In your past lives, you've been constantly looking for male role models, positive influence, masculine positive influence. You've always been looking for that protection, that structure. Maybe you don't know much about that part of your lineage because it was missing. This could go back to a grandfather, a father, a brotherhood. You could be missing your tribe and always have been missing your tribe. You could have a father that was taken from you early in the past life, birth and death. This could have been a father who may have had multiple families in the past life and could not navigate between them both equally. But you were definitely missing the father gene. In this lifetime, if you're a father, you may have connections with your own children that need some improvement, some reconnection, some deepening. You may feel a little, what is the word I'm using? You may feel a little, you may feel a little guilt over not being able to have done enough or do more. You may feel guilt about being absent or not being there for them in the capacity you like. But this is a generational curse over your bloodline that needs to be fixed. It needs to be fixed. It needs to be healed. It needs to be bended by you and your seeds, you and your lineage. You need to make the difference. Be what you didn't receive. Be what you didn't have. Whether it's for your own or opening a brotherhood or a big, what is that, Big Brother program where boys come in who don't have a father, who don't have male role models, building a unit, a team, you masculines, divine masculines, who are father figures, opening up a Big Brother program. That's a great way to break this debt. A great way. Give back to the community. For those boys in the hood who don't have that protection, that guidance, that maturity of their father, especially young boys whose fathers are imprisoned, in jail, or in addiction, or just passed away. This could be a calling. Not only would it free your bloodline, but you would rescue so many others. That's giving me high priest energy. High priest energy. What do your ancestors need you to know, like you to know? Guidance in this situation. Advice. Assurance. Yeah, when the cards are new and they stick like this, drive me crazy. I'm gonna have to shuffle these cards a lot off camera to get them. Okay, beloved. Yep. I see a lot of conflicts, a lot of violence, a lot of abuse, energetic abuse, emotional, that's going on in your life in this lifetime. Come on now. We got the Tower, something that was destroyed, something that was chaotic, destructive to your life, that was brought down, torn down, a house divided in chaos, because we got Five of Cups. Five of Cups is sadness, depression, loss, and grief. With the Five of Wands, necessary to bring in some peace. It was necessary. That Tower moment was necessary to bring peace. So a very chaotic, abusive situation. With the father coming out in a marriage, in a family, in a home that was divided, not healthy, destructive, not for your highest good. But what your ancestors are doing for you after this great loss, you've got Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. You're receiving a passionate new beginning, especially when it comes to finance and structure. There are seeds that your ancestors are planting that are moving you into this passionate new beginning. There will be some creativity needed on your side, some action, some inspired, passionate action on your side, something you're needing to build, to focus your energy into. This kingdom, like I said, I see this Big Brother program or some way to give back to the community where maybe you can include your offspring and your seeds to come in. Maybe you could collaborate and work together as they become adults and grow, make their own decisions about where they want to be. Yeah, the moon. Their moon. With the moon card here, things could have been hidden from you. Things you could not see. Things that you could not see. Things that left you confused in an illusion with Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving. Possibly something that was being taken away from you. An unequal share of energy. An unequal share of financially. Financially, there could have been some imbalance, some confusion, some illusions. This is your answer to saying that if you were in the illusion of being taken advantage of, know that that was part of the process to move you into your rightful place. They had to show you that where you were was unequal, unfair, unbalanced energy. Now that you're being thrown into this passionate new beginning, these seeds being planted, they're putting you in something that's equally reciprocal. They're putting you into something that's equally reciprocal, something that will not break from you, someone that will not take more than they're willing to give, because this is justice, baby. Justice, baby. The law of karma is on your side and turning in your favor, balancing out the scales, righting every wrong. They got your back. They want you to move on into your destiny, answer the call to begin something, to focus in something that will elevate your energy, elevate your time. Pay off this karmic debt. Remove your bloodline from absenteeism as far as male energy, male role models, male protection. And if it can't be done with that which you have made, pay it forward. All sons are God's sons. All children are God's children. We're all collectively of one source, one energy. It doesn't matter if it comes from your loins or not. You're being advised to give back to God's sons, to God's princes, to God's future kings, to build men up, to teach them how to be men, to strive to be better. If this is your desire, it's being blessed and favored that you're getting a yes. You should go forward with this energy. Don't focus on what you didn't have. Don't focus on what you weren't given. On the outside of the picture, everything you have within you, everything that has been inherently poured in you is all that you need. Your spirit, your soul, your connection with source. Ashe, beloved. Ashe. Ashe, beloved. Ashe. We need more. We need more of that energy in this world. For the fallen sons, for the lost sons, for the lost children. We need more men to step up, more fathers to step up, more role models to step up, more spiritually invested masculines to step up. Because the streets are eating these boys alive. And remember the day we grew up when the streets took care of the sons. When the older men took care of the youth. Hello? Gave them $1 for ice cream so they didn't have to steal on the corner to get money to buy. Hello? And Big Mama took kids in her house, fed kids on the block so they didn't have to stand on the corner hungry, selling their soul. We need to get back to that. And God is calling you to be part of that plan. Ashe. Ashe. All right, Saida. Saida, you up next. Saida, let me make sure I didn't miss anyone. Okay, Saida, Angela, Tank, Kelly. What's up, Miss Kelly, ma'am? Ashe, Muhammad. Hello. Okay, Saida, this one is for you, Miss Ma'am. Let's shuffle your deck. Let's shuffle your deck. I'm off here at 4:30. So if anybody would like a reading, I got 3 places left, 3 spots left, because I'm off here at 4:30. Mistress of the Gates Tarot, Goddess Alicia, tap on the strip in the black section. There's a Cash App and a PayPal. You can send it through Super Thanks, Super Chat. 1818 for full reading, $9 for 2 card pull only. This one is for Saida. All right, last time stamp your Saida at 20, what is that? 208-54. You got the spirit energy of the number 10. 10 is about something beginning, something brand new, something fresh. 10 is something uplifting. 10 is as above, so below. 10 is the ancestral bringing your inheritance down to this planet, to this earth. One minute. Because I need to look this up. 1 minute, Saida. I always see 10 as the world card, and it's always 11, so I know that's not it. 10 is the wheel of fortune. Past life energy for Saida. As you got the spirit energy of the wheel of fortune. Past life energy for Saida. What do you need her to know? Woo! Saida. Saida, you got angel number 1010? Saida. Past life energy. Part of the galactic universe. Saida. They're fighting outside violently. Saida, you are a part of galactic ancestry, which means this is not earthly human energy. This is star seed energy, but you come from ancient lineage. It's not from earth. This is not a human energy. This is like Star Wars energy. From the stars, from the galaxy. That card has never come out before. This is starseed energy, beloved. Ancestors that are not of human race. This is alien nations. You may feel that you are from something other than this planet. You may also astral travel a lot when you sleep because you're going home. But they're always sending you back because your destiny has not been fulfilled. Always looking for a home that you don't remember, that you cannot see, but you feel. Oh, that's real, beloved. It's real. You're from another galaxy and time. Oh my God, this is Saida. This is before the earth was manifested. This is before the earth was manifested. These are beings that don't even have a human body. They're just light beings. Galactic Federation, like in the movie Star Wars. Remember the Galactic Federation? Surely you know your calling is larger than life, because you existed before there was human life. I heard you were one of the untouchables. One of the untouchables. You definitely have the gift of healing. You're a light body. You have a gift of healing. Wow, they gave you a lot. I guess so. Woo! Come on now. I know that's right. Say like, who the hell are you, Queen? Well, I know, but I'm saying, do you know? Do you know who you are? Oh my God. I'm trying to make room. Okay, I don't know who all these damn people are in your energy. I know why they're here. I know why they're here. All your life. I'm going to call the cards out. You got 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 9 of Swords, Temperance. You got a Queen of Swords, a Queen of Wands, a Queen of Cups, Emperor, and they. So either you have faced a lifetime of adversity, competition, abuse, especially energetically, emotionally. People will always compete with you, Saida, because they want to be you. You may not know how gifted your energy is, but other people do. And they want it bad. People will meet you and hoard your energy and not want to let go. Because you got something that is magical that people don't understand, but they want it. 5 of Cups, sadness and depression, because you constantly have to be torn away from, pulled away from energies around you. Because of the Queen of Cups, which is you. Queen of Cups, which is you. Because of your generosity, your kindness, your willingness to love and forgive. You get caught up with these evildoers, with these imposters, these thieves, these liars. 9 of Swords. But they always end up in regrets. Once you are pulled away, walk away, torn away, they lose a lot. Because you are a massive blessing. The energy that you embody is extremely rare. They're not going to be able to find it elsewhere. People will hold on to you even when you're trying to let go. Because you're an emperor here, and a Queen of Swords, and a Queen of Wands, whatever this masculine is, with this following, with these fan club, with these groupies that want to include you, because you got some juju, honey, with the Wheel of Fortune coming out as your spirit number and the galactic force. Oh, you embody the Midas touch. Everything you touch can turn to gold when you walk in to this calling, to this ascension. Because your energy is unstoppable force, because it's outside the universe. Nothing on earth can control it, because it's not of the earth. Because you got Ace of Pentacles, generational wealth, 10 of Pentacles, sun and income, sun and wealth. overflow, and they want it. With temperance here, your ancestors said, be patient, stay grounded. Be patient, stay grounded. This Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles, you are meant to live a life of luxury. You're meant to live as a star being. You're meant to manifest dreams into reality. But people are going to constantly, you're trying to make you the Ace of Cups. People will constantly try to make you the Ace of Cups because they see the energy you embody. You bring in wealth. You bring in wealth. And it simply comes by you being in the room. Oh, you ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to work for it. You were not meant to work for anything, my love. Simply by you being in the room, by you existing, you're walking wealth. And as they clear out your garden, they clear out your garden and pick the weeds and cut the heads off these snakes in your garden, you shall rest in your Eden. Temperance is patience, is grounding, is determination. Stand in your power, honey, because you are so powerful. Stand in it, speak it, walk it, talk it. Walk it, talk it. Is it every queen here? Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. Oh, you don't need the Queen of Pentacles because you got the 10 and the Ace. You embody the energy of every damn queen in the tarot deck. And you control the Emperor. You control the Emperor. Right now, you may be bored, unfulfilled, discontent, looking for your tribe, for community, for love, for connections. But you ain't going to find it because they got to give it to you. They got to give it to you. Don't pour from an empty cup. Right now, you need to be focused on healing your womb. You need to be focused on healing your sacral chakra because you got mass wealth that belongs to you. You can call it out anytime you want. Stay in your loving energy. Walk away from anything that does not serve you because you are to be served. You are to be served, star child. You have paid karmic debts. This 5 of Wands. People will always compete for your love, for your heart. So you don't choose. Allow the universe to choose because you've been through a lot and it may have left some scars and some the need for you to protect yourself may be strong right now, but they letting you know, drop your guard. They got it. Because I see Ace of Cups. I see a divine soulmate coming in. Leading you to massive wealth. This galactic card is like, it's blowing my mind. You are not of this earth, beloved. You have not spent any lifetime on this planet. You come from somewhere beyond that. You should lack in nothing. Everything that this planet embodies, you were here to help build it. This is a lot for one person. It's a lot for one person. But you belong on the throne. You belong on the throne. You're a high priestess. You are a ruler of a kingdom, of a kingdom. In the Galactic Federation, you were on that committee that designed the planet. Ashe, beloved. Ashe. Mina? Mina? Can you get the door for me? All right, Saida, namaste, beloved. Ashe, beloved. Ashe. I don't know what else to say. That one really, that's why I don't do these often. My head is pouncing. Takes a lot of energy to pull this far back and give these kind of readings. And I gotta talk to alien nations. Everyone that can't do that, it's a sacrifice of profound energy. Ashe, beloved, ashe. Saida, this is almost like you belonging at the head of a temple. This is like you belonging at the head of a temple. That's what I'm getting. You cannot work a 9 to 5. You are so above that energy. You are so above that energy. Ashe, yes. Amen. Amen. Susan, hello, Susan. Yes, the high priestess energy is coded in your birth chart, but a few and far between actually know how to read a birth chart, how to break down a birth chart. And the birth chart is not something you Google off Cafe Astro and stop it there. Hello. You cannot just decode a birth chart unless you know what you're doing. So many people miscode their birth chart Googling. It's an anointing. It's an anointing to decode. It's not just something. It's not something you read in a book. You can get the third world image of it, but if you want to get, it's an anointing to decode. Everybody can't just decode because they think they can. But absolutely, it's in your birth chart reading. But many people have a tropical and a Placidus birth chart. How would you know which one to decode or which one leads you in this lifetime? A lot of people pull a birth chart and there are things missing, like the exact time that they were born, which is very important for the alignment of the planets. Having the city and the date and the name is not fully decoding a birth chart. And a lot of people will sell you one on that alone. That's not a fully decoded birth chart. Birth chart should include your colors, your numbers, best place for you to live, to thrive. It should include messages about generational wealth. It should include messages about ancestry, not just about you and where you are right now, where you've been. A lot of people don't go in depth, and because a lot of people don't understand how vast a birth chart reading should not take 1 hour in one sitting. It's impossible to decode an entire birth chart in an hour in one sitting. It just can't be. It can't be done. It can be done falsely, and they can collect, but that's not a coded birth chart. Some people don't even know what a Placidus birth chart is. All they know is a tropical sun, moon, rising, yada, yada, yada. Most people do not even know what a Placidus is or how to decode it, or which one actually governs you in the lifetime you're seeking the information. So yes, it's in your birth chart. How to find it ain't as easy as Googling. And everybody that does birth chart readings is not anointed to decode a birth chart. Simply because they learned how. Y'all can learn how to read tarot by taking a class. That will not make you an oracle reader. They are different. Anyone can learn tarot taking a course, but you cannot learn how to be an oracle or prophetess. You cannot learn that in a classroom. That's anointed in your bloodline, a spiritual gift. Anybody can read tarot. Anybody can make a channel and say they're a tarot reader because you learned it. You learned how to read the cards. But the oracle can do an entire divination reading with absolutely no cards. None. No tools, no pictures. Because they are true oracles. Like in the Matrix, the oracle. She didn't have no cards. She didn't use no cards. She didn't use no bones, no tools at all. That's the true oracle. But a tarot reader, anybody can read tarot. All you gotta do is take a class and learn to memorize the cards and what they symbolize. And it takes more than just a... I think you get the picture. Okay, Susan, I don't know who you spoke to. Hello, Alexis. Hello, beloved. Susan, I don't know who you spoke to. I don't know, but nobody can tell you what anybody else can do. Nobody can tell you what anybody else can do. If somebody's telling you that someone else cannot do something, then that person is the only one that wants to take your money and do it for you, or have you listen to just them. There are plenty of anointed star seeds and earth angels on this planet that can surely read anyone's birth chart. God has not put anyone on this planet that cannot be deciphered, even if it's you. But to say no one can, how would that person know that no one can? There's no one individual that embodies the entire claim on spirituality that no one else can do it but them. Sounds to me like that was a narcissist that wanted to keep you in one direction on one path and didn't want you to stray or seek information that may be waiting for you. But no, there's no such thing as a closed birth chart, my love. There's no such thing as a closed birth chart. There's no such thing as a closed practice, a closed religion at all on this planet. Hello? Now, people can invest in that ideology if you would like, but that's an ego play, an ego trip. There's no such thing as a closed birth chart. There ain't. They're playing highly developed, spiritual, enlightened individuals that can break into Akashic records, who have been anointed to do so. God will not put us here without that kind of guidance. The divine would not put us on this planet without that type of guidance and leave us lost in the wilderness to fend for ourselves. Not happening. Somebody in the ego that wants you to believe that you were empty and void of a soul. The only way someone could not tap in, that soul would have to be empty and void of consciousness, of energy. That's the only way. It cannot be read if there's nothing there to read. But to each their own. To each their own. We all have free will to believe in what we believe. But only ego tells us that we are so almighty, so all-knowing that no one can tap into us. That's an ego trip. That's a lie. It's a falsity. Dark energies will tell you that. They don't want you to tap in. They don't want you to discover. All right, everyone. It's 4:38. You know what time it is. If you have booked your, if you have gotten your message, Ashe, Ashe. To who have booked, donated, or inspired to get your message, to receive your word, thank you so much for your patience, for your trust in me bringing you your channeled word. Thank you. For those who have sent an equal exchange of energy simply by hitting the like button. Simply by hitting the like button. It's an equal exchange of energy. It costs nothing. If you have been, Spirit bless you in your home tenfold for that seed you have sown. Ashe. This was an amazing, amazing day of ancestral veneration and opening the gates to overflow. We have opened up the crossroads and walked in and taken plenty in our portion. Ashe. And as it is spoken, so it is, and so it shall be. Thank you, Goddess, Mistress, Goddess Snow, our beloved moderator, for all you do, for all you are. May Spirit bless you. Thank you so much for being in the room. For all my supporters, thank you for coming back to see you, girl. If you're new, I hope you've subscribed. Hit the channel and we'll come back again. I love to have you. I love to have you. For this great day of Saturn, we've taken back accountability of knowing and mastering ourselves. And it's a great day to celebrate your power, your empowerment, and your deliverance. Be well, be empowered. Now to take this information and utilize it for your highest good. Yes? Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Is that Kali? Oh, Kali. Thank you, beloved. I see some newbies. I hope you come back again. I don't do past life regression. I only do it once a month. It takes a lot of energy. If you got in on it, then blessings to you. The next one will not be probably until the end of sometime in June. So this not a weekly thing. You can book a personal if you'd like through my website. But as far as live, this is not something I'll be doing weekly or often. Once a month is the vibe for now. So I will pre-schedule them so you'll know when to get in for yours. But yeah. After this, I have to go. Hello. Okay, beloved. So it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. The call of justice and judgment has been brought forth. The ancestors have spoken. I say, grounding and clearing out any negative energy. So we may go ahead and enjoy the rest of your beautiful 3-day weekend for you all who are off on Monday. Get outdoors, hug a tree, throw some herbs, some fruit in the waters, in the seas. Give gratitude to the ancestors for bringing us this beautiful message. I will see y'all again. If you'd like to book a personal, my website is in the description box, divinityhouse.shop, Mistress of the Gates Tarot, above or below in the yellow strip. Thank you all. Come again. Until we meet again, my friend, as above, so below, as within, so without. Wish you love, peace, and happiness, and wellness. Have a great day, y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Love you.